Good morning. It's 11:37 a.m. Seattle time. It's the Pacific Northwest. Clouds. Anyway, here in Mount Vernon it is. It poured yesterday. I overdid my gutters again, and I'm really understanding those gutters that have the covers so much easier. And my house is really tall, so you pay extra because they have to tie themselves off and hang on for dear life. So cleaning the gutters on my house can cause can cost upward of like $400. I always hope there's not even a dead bird in there. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm here to talk today about communications. That would be um, probably, well, let's see, YouTube, it's Vimeo, it's Loasis, it's Loggerheads, it's Video Village, and there are so many little satellites, as I call them, from YouTube. And I belong to as many as I can. I belong to Vimeo, but I'll be honest with you about Vimeo. Yeah, they have the most vast um, videographers, editing. They really know what they're doing, and their stuff comes out just beautiful. Um, I still need to ask them if they give classes. Anyway, they're very good, very professional. VH is an interesting place in that she's the mother of interest, controversy, love, crying, music, art. Oh, Tree is going to have an exhibit of her city quilting, which she learned in India. And so thought I'd tell you guys that who are Tree fans. And I know I am. And of course, we have, Vloasis, which has a little bit more from, it's, I'd say, it can be a PG-13, but so can a VH. Really, really interesting. And then there's Vimeo, and she ranges depending on her grading of her films, and some of those films end up in the indie. So it's a matter of what they're filming, and some of them are just bloggers, but a lot of them are literally they're editors. This is what they do. And we have the village, Fitty Village. The owner decided that to change it to the village, which I think they're all villages anyway because they're all small towns. Anyway, and then of course the mothership I call it, which is YouTube. You birth many things in life, and YouTube is the mothership. The reason why I'm bringing up all these communications, uh, including shortwave out there, um, for one, I want to make it clear that um, it's like it's bad to be rainbows and unicorns, but the newest one is not rainbows and unicorns, and to say that is not fair to a community. There can be some conversation on there. There have been some swear words, not horrible, but basically it can be a G to PG site, depending on, I'm talking about the village, depending on what you're talking about. But if you go a little bit tiny farther than that, depending on the subject matter, and if it goes with the subject matter, you're just not swearing to be swearing. There is no problem at all. So, to say it's just goody goodies there, well, that's not true. Um, and it can hurt a site. It keeps it very uh, tiny. You add all these satellite sites together, and you got a huge site. Most of them intermingle with each other. I belong to all of them except for Vimeo. And the reason why is because I just have not grasped onto editing. So that's why I'm not there. I think talking bad about a site, especially if you're on it and you belong to many, is probably not a good idea. If you're having that much trouble with a site, go to your site manager or founder and talk with them. Talking to the whole group might help, but then again, maybe not. Depends on what's going on. Now, it doesn't mean that you get everything you want. It just means that someone's listening and they can do something. Anyway, that was my opinion for today. Also, I wanted to mention on a Vlogger Heads, John Wright has a CD out on Cloud, and it's a beautiful song. Um, so listen to it. It's good. You have a lot of talent on these sites, and give these people credit where credit is due. And when they're arguing, you just have to ignore it, enjoy it, or just go on to the next bit. It's human nature, especially on communication sites. So, makes ratings go up, people get over it. Okay? And I know my eyes are puffy. Had to put me on a little bit of pain meds this morning. So it's been just a little bit tough. But then they'll give me electricity. I'll explain that later. Dr. Frankenstein will be here soon. So anyway, I'll talk to you, and you have a good day. And all of you, unicorns, rainbows aren't that bad, but neither is difficult people. We're human beings, all of us. Bye bye.